You're listening to Gin and Chat with Lo and Nat. So pour yourself a chilled martini and sit down for a chat.
Hey chatties, we are thrilled to welcome the extraordinary Dani Coleman to Gin and Chat. As the director of training at PVOLVE and Jennifer Aniston's personal trainer, Dani is a trailblazer in the fitness industry and the dynamic face of PVOLVE. Her expertise has been showcased across prestigious media outlets, including People, Cosmopolitan, Vogue, The Today Show, Entertainment Tonight, KTLA, LA5, wow, and more. A fierce leader and inspiring trainer, Dani's infectious energy and transformative approach to fitness empower everyone she encounters. Join us for an exhilarating conversation with this wellness visionary.
Wellness visionary.
Yes!
Thank you both.
Absolutely.
We went on your Instagram and we looked at your press highlight. And I was going through it. I was like, oh, and she was involved.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
I was like, oh, another one. I was like, we're going to have to shorten this a little bit. This is quite the bio.
You guys, stop. We're honored to have you here today.
Truly honored. So maybe we should tell the chatties how we know Dani.
Yes. Okay. So obviously, PVOLVE. Natalie started working there first.
I did.
I followed, and you trained us both. Like, before you stepped into the other role,
yes.
You were fully training us. And I was so scared of you.
I was very intimidated.
Because I was like, oh, you're going to hold me on my, like, hold it together, and I'm going to have to be the best version of myself and be the best trainer I can be.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate that about you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, but I'm so sorry you were scared. No, it's okay. I was scared of the method, if I'm being honest.
Right.
I was scared of the P3 trainer. That's what I was scared of.
And the slant board.
Yeah.
No, it's funny because I recently went to the North Scottsdale location because I moved there and I took a class there, and I was telling the girls, yeah, I actually used to teach at the West Hollywood location, and they were like, oh, no way. And I was like, yeah, Dani trained me. And they're like, you were trained by Dani Coleman? I was like, yes, I was. They were like, you must be really good.
Such a flex.
It's always a flex.
Thanks, guys. North Scottsdale is beautiful, so
yeah,
glad you got to go.
It's a fun one.
Yeah. It was so fun training you both. You were like so easy.
Oh my gosh, thanks for saying that. Honestly.
The stars. Yeah. So thank you.
It was such a fun time. But we want to know, kind of going all the way back to the beginning. Tell us about where you grew up. Tell us about your childhood.
Oh my goodness.
Taking it back.
Here we go. I was born in Santa Maria, California, actually, but I'm an East Coast girl. I grew up in New Jersey, New York, and I always say Jersey was such pride because it gets, a bad rep from like reality TV. Yeah. Just that.
Yeah.
And then went to Marymount Manhattan College, got my BFA in dance, or modern dance.
Yes.
That was my second choice. Yeah, I auditioned there.
What was your first?
Chapman. Okay, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Lived in New York for like 5 years, and then I've been in LA now for like 11. I want to say 11. So it's a wild time.
Yeah.
Into fitness now. Here we are.
I feel like the dancer to fitness instructor pipeline is so real. Because it's just like you were always connected to movement in some way, and then you're able to help other people find that.
100%. And I feel like when fitness entered my life, I needed a change of pace.
Yeah,
and I
always.
Saying so much, but then also had some like unhealthy relationships with it. So,
don't we all?
Yes.
Yeah,
it really is.
Been there.
It's a ride. So by the time I got to fitness, it was definitely like a needed change. And it was right before COVID and everything shut down. I literally started PVOLVE January 1st of 2020. I got offered full-time work in March with them a week before the shutdown.
No way.
That's crazy.
Okay, so for anyone listening who has no idea what PVOLVE is,
yes,
give them the...
Tell us in the simplest of terms.
Elevator pitch. So it's a functional fitness method, which for people that don't know what that term means, just means you move your body in all the ways you do daily. So, forward, sideways, rotationally. It has really unique resistance equipment, and just to focus on building stability, mobility, strength for long term.
So cool.
Stability, mobility, strength.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
The 3 pillars of PVOLVE.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, everyone, feet hip distance apart.
Yeah.
Try your tailbone back.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to ask a little bit about the dance journey. Did you ever think, that was the path you wanted to go? How did you kind of switch from dance to fitness?
I loved dance so much, and growing up, it was my everything, dancing 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Diddly dancing, did like 13 dance competitions.
Yes.
A year. I tell people, I was so grateful for dance, and I was so grateful to to do it in college as well. And then I did pursue it a couple years after, and I loved it. I'd say it gave me all of my best friends that I have currently. So that's the thing I'm most grateful for, is the relationships it put in my life. And I think just what I learned from it is like the character building, the resilience is something that I carry with me. And I really think is like the most defining quality about artists and people, is just the ability to like continue to get back up and keep going. And I definitely thought I would dance forever and ever and ever. But I think when PVOLVE came into my life and the pandemic was shutting down and I was like exiting a dance situation that I didn't feel like was the healthiest, it kind of all just felt like my life was going in the right track towards fitness. And I really wanted to shift my relationship, not only with my body, but how I just like viewed and helped people with their bodies.
Love.
So fitness kind of just happened naturally and organically. And it was also perfect for a side hustle when I was performing, because it's such odd in hours. But I think also what I really craved that dance necessarily didn't have at that time, or doesn't still have, was stability, you know?
Oh, it doesn't. It still doesn't.
No stability there.
I was just looking for something a little bit more stable, because I think for my upbringing, I always worked so hard with dance, and I always carried and balanced so much and so many different jobs. And I think my life has always been this wild ride. So when I had the ability to kind of put my focus in one place and put my passion in one place and have a little bit more job security and stability, that really, I think, like healed a lot of things in my childhood. You know, like childhood, like trauma stuff.
Totally. Absolutely. And I think making that transition for some people can be really hard. So it's great to hear a story of like you owned that transition. You actually listened to what was meant for you and what was being placed in front of you. And that guidance led you to have an amazing career now, an amazing life now, where you're just thriving in all areas. And I think it's scary as dancers to let go of that. And for me, when I was thinking about leaving dance for a moment, I just remember thinking like, oh, I don't want it to look like I gave up, because we never gave up. Like that's not in us as dancers. And I had a mentor once tell me that you're actually even more successful, that dance has led you to find something else that you feel connected to. Like sometimes it's just you're not meant to maybe be in your 40s and still going to an audition.
I think, you know, each person's individual journey is so uniquely theirs. And I think for me, it was kind of a twofold situation of, I always had to do other things to support dance. And my parents also, you know, I love them so much, and they raised us on retail jobs, and like worked full-time retail jobs to be able to support this really big financial responsibility and journey that dance is. And so I feel so grateful, but I just remember at a young age seeing how hard they'd hustle, and like, my dad taking overnight shifts, and my mom like trying to balance coming home to be like both working and then trying take me to dance class and like eating and doing homework in the back of the car. So I think for me, I always had to have a side hustle or a job where dance wasn't always my only focus, because I also needed to figure out how to just exist in the world outside of it. So I did find an appreciation for the journey, I would say, like outside of dance at a young age. And then also, but there is a moment, I think, just to be honest, like there's such a vulnerable moment of when you stop identifying as a dancer. Because I don't do that anymore. You know, I say I used to dance and I love dance and I think I'm a mover. And the best thing about being in fitness is that I still get to use my body daily and like settle this thing that is always in us, is like this constant need to move and like be in your body. But there is definitely a moment for a second where you're like, whoa. New terrain. How do I feel? How do I define myself? Where is the self-confidence? Like, where's my value? So
we were just talking about this yesterday, actually.
Let me tell you, I was bawling my eyes out yesterday, having a full crash out, because I think I'm going through that right now. My whole life, it's always, oh, what do you do? I'm a dancer first, always. And
Who are you? I'm a dancer.
Yeah. And there's other things too, of course, other facets to us, but that was always what I led with. And I think now that I'm getting older, same thing as you, I'm starting to crave that a little more consistency, a little more stability. And I still love dance and I will always love it. But it's like, who am I outside of that? If you strip that word away, if you took all of that away, all of those accomplishments away, who am I? You know? So I'm figuring that out.
To sit with.
And
I think what's so exciting is like, I love what I'm doing now too. And I'm also excited for whatever my life brings me next. I think I just never want to stop being open to where my heart is, where my desires are, or like being okay to pivot. And I think that transition in my life definitely helped me feel that confident now to say that forward. But it definitely, for a second, it's very disorienting, especially I'm around so many creative, amazing friends too. And so many of my friends are still artists and beautiful artists and pursuing it. And all of my best friends that I still am in touch with and all my recent community, they're all wonderful artists. So that's also interesting to see how you, like, are they going to view me differently?
Totally.
Am I not as cool because I now have this like consistent thing and I'm not this like artist? But I think you're always an artist, but not defining my like career as it. And I really feel like my community is amazing. So I think it's also a testament to people that you have that, of course, that doesn't shift. I don't think,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny. I think every time we've had a guest on this podcast, it somehow just weirdly is exactly what we both need to hear in this moment. This has happened every time. We will walk away from an interview that we're having and we'll just sit there and look at each other and go, that was so crazy. So
that was for us.
Okay, this is so aligned. Thanks.
I want to do a cheers to that really quick because I realized we didn't even do that.
I know.
So we're drinking Element electrolytes
because nobody wants gin in the morning. My favorite electrolytes. These are great.
Delicious.
They're very salty, but I do think it works.
No sugar and no caffeine.
Yeah. I started
because we already had coffee.
Like now that I moved to Arizona and I'm in the heat, I try to have one of these a day if I'm working out on top of, normal life. And it's helped so much. I love them.
So. Yeah. No, you got me onto them.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
It's very good. So good. Okay, well, back to this. I want to know why PVOLVE. What kind of made you fall in love with that method?
So I had taught bar before, and that's a very different workout than PVOLVE. And I think bar was quite the opposite. It's very athletic, very demanding.
Yeah.
You definitely feel away the day or 2 or 3 after bar class. And PVOLVE came in at a time where I was looking for something gentler on my body, wanted to slow down. And one of my mentor, Antonietta, she actually recruited me into PVOLVE. And it was at a time too where, like you were saying, alignment kind of happens. So the other 2 studios I was working at were actually shutting down. And then I was like, I don't know what I want to do next, and kind of auditioning at other places and trying to be like, I just don't know. Because those 2 other studios were really like such a home for me. So she recruited me and it kind of just all happened that way. And I don't know, it kind of spiraled into this really massive thing now, which is huge. I've never been a part of something from like ideation and beginning, and to see it truly expand has been wild.
It's so cool because even when I started, I mean, I trained in 2023, I think is when I was teaching, and I taught for only a few months before going on tour. But just the growth it's even had in the last 3 years is wild.
Well, I remember I started working there after you had left.
Yep.
And then I also was there for like 4 months, and then I had to leave for a job. And I remember when I was leaving for the job, that's when you were like, hey, on the down low, Jennifer Aniston's about to come on board. I've been training her. And I lost my mind. I was like, wait, you've been training her in secret this whole entire time?
Yeah.
And then now obviously she's been involved with the company, and you see billboards of PVOLVE, and it's just grown to this massive thing. I think it's obviously going into it, you had no idea that this boutique fitness studio was going to become this kind of worldwide method.
Yeah.
And you would be there from the start. How has that been? How has that transition, especially over the past few years since Jennifer's came on board with the company specifically?
Well, that has been wild. And I like to tell people, because I think you get to see it's the very much Instagram versus reality of people's journeys. And I think I'm so grateful for the platform and the visibility and what I get to do within my role. Yeah. I also like to tell people, like, I built the shelves at the LA studio.
Yes.
I have swept the floor. I've helped when, there's been plumbing issues. I used to train when that studio opened, one person outside during the pandemic times, because we had to be outside with masks and be socially distanced. So we'd have like the capacity of 7 people, and sometimes one person would come. So now to have like waitlisted classes, 9 classes a day. And now I think we have 27 studios open across the US and Canada. And just, I don't know, like 70 or something in the future coming. It's been insane. And then in the most beautiful ways. So that has there's been a lot of hard work that has brought it to this wonderful position and point. And then of course you bring in someone like Jennifer Aniston. And every day it's a pinch me moment, truly.
Yeah.
You never get over that. And
No, as you shouldn't.
Like Friends is like my favorite show, and I'll see a clip or I'll watch an episode, and then I think, oh yeah, Dani trains her, and
I know her trainer.
I know her trainer. That's cool.
yeah, and I think the best thing about it is she's just wonderful and hilarious and hardworking and just it's a dream come true.
Yeah.
So crazy. Just
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think that's such an important lesson too, is the ability to take on any role within a role. You know, you're never too good for anything. It's always just, I'm open to doing anything and I'm here for this company. I'm committed to this job and this position.
And I think you have to have a strong why when you do that, which I've always looked at you and kind of known that you had that deeper connection to why you're in that space in the first place. It's not just, I'm going to go in and teach a fitness class today. It's, I'm going to go in and help these people.
Yeah.
And I admire that a lot. It exudes in the way you teach.
Yeah.
I really love what I get to do. So
Yeah.
it's fun. And I think people are the best part of anything.
Yeah.
Or can make or break, you know. So
Totally.
connecting with communities, like truly, I think the reason for the season.
Yeah.
I want to do more of. So
Yeah.
glad you feel that.
Oh yeah, I've always felt that.
Oh yeah.
Even before
Are
Jen.
you still scared?
No. I was scared when I had to put together my own classes and show you them. I was like, wait, am I stupid right now?
No, it's the audition part where you gotta get on camera and do the class. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sweating, which is so funny, but it's also so important. I think there's a big, thing going around talking about Pilates instructors specifically, but I think trainers in general, where it's pretty easy nowadays to just get a job in fitness. And I think a lot of people are doing it without having the right why behind it or knowing why they're doing it and having the proper training going into it. And it's, becoming more of a show of, here's my cool moves, this is what I'm doing, versus actually training to train people and to change their bodies. And I think that was one of my favorite things about working at PVOLVE, was it always felt like there was such a strong, we are making sure that you know the method and that there's a reason behind it. And we hold our teachers to such a high standard, which is cool.
Yeah, it's a labor of love, truly.
Yeah.
Truly.
I feel like, you had so many seasons of, yes, I will do this. Yes, I will do this for the company. Are you starting to transition into saying no a little bit more? Like, I know that you were saying before we got on air that you're finding more balance. And I want you to talk a little bit about that, coming from such, a hardworking, like building it from the ground up. Where are you navigating, how are you navigating that now with your new position, with this new platform, with this new level that the company is at?
I think it's so funny how full circle everything is, because when I think about dancers and my dance and like striving for perfection and the resilience we're talking about and the work ethic it installs in you, and then I find myself in not dancing but carrying those characteristics still in this role, and also how sometimes when you are constantly chasing perfection, how that sometimes bleeds into other professional endeavors or other parts of your day-to-day or personal life. So I really think for me, it's always a lesson of taking a beat to really ask myself what I want and realizing you don't have to just be, what you produce isn't your worth. And that's something I'm constantly trying to figure out and realign with. And I also feel very grateful because while there's so many things I get to do within my role, there's also an incredible system for me in this company that helps just say, Dani, just say no. They actually tell me to say no, which is really great. And
That's awesome.
That's fun to have in your corner, because if not, I think I would just be doing everything all the time. And I do like that as well. Yeah. That I do thrive there. As I always say, I'm a high frequency being.
Yes, you are.
But I do as I get older, I think what makes me happy and what refuels me is alone time with my people or my dogs or the beach.
Dogs are so cute. I love a pug too. They're both so sweet.
Yay.
So I think, it just, as I get older, I think where I thought I had to work so hard to do so many things and prove myself, it's kind of at a place now where I'm okay, you can choose what you want to do and also not feel like you have to constantly be doing something to, better yourself, and also like stay current
Learn yourself.
Yeah. Social media is a strange place, and I feel like it's one of those things that always makes you feel like you have to be producing or promoting or talking about what you're doing, or it didn't count or it didn't happen.
Totally.
Totally. Yeah. It's hard. Like, yes. And I think for me, social media is something I do because it's a part of the job.
Yeah.
And just, or even a part of culture. I don't even know if it's just my role, but it is. I feel like, a place to get your branding, your messaging. Across. But it's definitely something that like gives me anxiety.
It's kind of a beautiful evil, it's a great thing because we're able to reach so many more people than we used to. And it is great to have as a resume or as an example, and you can really get your name out there. But at the same time, it's a lot of pressure, and it does kind of bring unintentionally this level of comparison where you're always looking at what other people in your field are doing, and you're thinking, am I doing enough or am I not? It's stressful.
But I am saying no more. Good. Yeah. And just like, and everything. I think just professionally, just like, do I really want to do this? And I'm okay if it's a no.
Yes.
I don't.
We were just talking about that the other day, the difference between, being independent and also isolating yourself instead. Like saying no for a good reason and knowing this doesn't align with me right now. This is too much energy to expend. I don't need this, versus, actually isolating yourself.
Or going into like hyper independence mode.
Yeah.
I can just do it, or people pleasing mode. Like you do kind of have to find that balance. And I think when you find that balance, it bleeds into personal, friendship, relationship, work life, but it starts from within first.
Yeah. And I think for me, I'm just at that awareness point. I'm like, okay, this isn't where I want to exist anymore in this like constant state of stress or feeling exhausted or depleted, or because I'm just not good in any part of my life.
Totally. Yep.
Or if I'm just run down and then I get irritable and no one wants that. I get sassy. Like, I can't,
too. Me same.
Yeah, my Jersey side comes out. So
You're Capricorn?
Yes. Yes, type A. So, but I'm saying no. But it is always like a constant rechecking. Because it's easy to just,
I do. Yeah. What are some like tangible things that you do that kind of bring you balance outside of the job?
I turn off all my notifications when it's like time. Nice. And I mean, like literally go in and silence everything. Like I don't get email notifications, nothing. And I've just been taking time off, which sounds funny, but you have it, and it's like, and really honoring that.
Yes. Yeah.
And I've been looking at now exchanges and just really deciding, is this something that I right now need to trigger response? Because I'm someone like, I get it and I answer it because I want to check it off and get it done.
Yep.
And now I'm like, wait, it's 7:30 at night. This is not urgent. Put it away. So I think for me, it's also just learning like to release, because then I think people also respond to that.
Yes.
Yes. Like, oh, yeah. Like, hey, this isn't a fire.
Right.
So, yeah.
And I think people can tell when you're respecting your own boundaries. I the people pleaser in me always gets stressed because I think to myself, oh, I'm worried about what they'll think. Like I need to respond right away, or I need to make sure this is handled. But actually, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
It's like, actually, no one's
it's not that serious. Yesterday, she was like kind of stressing about the fact that we're going to be apart for a long time and we're prepping episodes and all that. She's stressing, and I was like, nah. We gin and chat.
Yeah.
Not that serious.
Girl, it's so simple.
Like, it's okay.
I know.
Perspective is always helpful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I get it. I think that, competitive dancer, being raised in that arena, you're constantly going, looking to the next, wanting to achieve the next, go, go, go. And it's hard to stop that cycle.
So hard.
Yeah.
I do think also just other interest, because I think sometimes I can, again, just be so focused, and I'm a very like, I want to do something and I want to do it so well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, I will not stop until I feel like I've done it to the best of my ability. Like,
absolutely.
I always say my best and my worst quality is that I'm always 0 or 100%. There's literally no in between for me.
Yes,
like
same.
if I'm doing something, it is committed, it is full out. And if I'm not, I'm absolutely not doing it. So
yes.
Finding other things that define me, or like other interests, moving my body for myself that aren't, in just that method. It's like, connecting with friends, having a fun night, whatever it is. It's like just finding other things that also fill the cup, so you're not always just like spiraling with one thing.
Yeah, you have a bunch of tools in your toolbox so you can reach towards.
100%.
I want to touch a little bit about, what you do for your own body and your own fitness routine outside of PVOLVE.
Yes. Well, I do obviously so much PVOLVE because it's embedded in the role. So I do that pretty daily, but I love strength training. And I know that's like such a hot topic of conversation, especially for women as we continue on with our life. And so strength training for sure. And I've been running recently, which is just so fun. And I really didn't enjoy it. I was a half marathon training last year. And
I remember that. I remember that.
So it tells you how that went. I quickly learned, I actually don't enjoy running this long. This amount of time.
I get it. I looked at my half marathon and I asked myself,
but does everyone know she did it blind? Like, she just, can we tell the people? Lauren just one day was like, I'm going to run a marathon this weekend. And I go, what?
That's so Lauren though. You know, just no preparation. Just, oh my God, I didn't tell you I'm going to do a half marathon. Because why not?
I did. I kind of sprained my ankle during it, but I finished.
But you still did it.
I don't know why I'm like this. I don't. But I just thought to myself, I'm a little bored right now. What can I do?
A half marathon.
Yeah. We have very different reactions on board. Same. Like, I got to mile like 6.5 marathon training. And I was like, you know what? This is as far as she needs to go.
Oh, no, I know. The farthest I had ran before the actual day of the half marathon was like 8 miles.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, if I can do 8, I probably can do like 13.
I love that. I love that. And I did.
Running is so hard for me. I don't know. I want to get into it, but it's hard for me.
I don't know. I was like mentally going through it. I was just like, keep going. I don't know. But yeah, I did do that blind. And then I had to take a week off of work at PVOLVE because I sprained my ankle. So sorry. And I was like, hey guys, sorry. It was unprepared.
Classic.
Because my form was wrong. Because I didn't strength train enough to strengthen my like outer glutes. So it was a whole thing.
There it is.
Yeah. We see you later. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
There it is.
But
that story.
But and when we did the shoot for PVOLVE afterwards, and I had to run up that hill.
Oh my God.
Like, of course you have to run up a hill for the shoot.
We tested this one wrong.
Yeah.
Horrible bit.
Exactly.
Okay.
But I do love a good run.
Yeah.
I think it clears your head.
Yeah. I just like that it's kind of mindless in the sense of you can just do it. And I don't have to think about it so much when I'm executing it.
Right.
I love a good playlist. So.
Oh, you make the best playlist. I listened to one of your playlists the other day. I went to your.
So serious.
Yeah, they're so good.
It's another life. I would definitely want to be a DJ.
That's what I said. Girl, we're the same.
So fun. I'm just like, I'm so particular with music too.
People don't understand when you're a fitness instructor, there's like an art to your playlist.
Absolutely.
To how you lead a class with music.
And vibe.
Yes. You're a vibe curator as well.
You are.
Add that to the putting it in the back pocket.
Yes. Put it on the resume. Vibe curator. It's so true.
So we got strength obviously strength training, running.
And I love yoga. I do, yoga certified, but I like practicing it. I haven't taught it yet. I feel like I need to sit with it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I really, yoga's been nice because I didn't, just slowing down is good for me.
Yeah.
Because I really gravitate towards like high intensity workouts because I think it again just goes simpatico with where I'm at and my energy.
Yeah.
So when I was like, wow, this is nice just to like focus on breath.
Right.
Like just be present. Yeah. So that's been a lot of fun too.
Yeah. I love that. I know we do have quite a few younger listeners and some dancers as well. So I would love to know from your perspective, just talking about cross training and how important that is, why it's important, all of that.
Yeah. I think one of my biggest regrets as a dancer is not having the education that I do now about the body. And I think there were a lot of standards, and still are, I'm sure, of like these certain athletic things your body has to be able to hit or look like, or but there's no tools to like how to improve any of it. And in order to get stronger in dance, cross training is imperative. And I'm just so glad that it's a conversation I think more people are having sooner and younger, and we're helping to support young artists and athletes way more because of the knowledge we have. But I definitely say, find something that makes you feel good and strong and that you enjoy out of dance to also help prevent like overuse injury and to help strengthen muscles, that you're not training every day.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that like I've learned so much about is like, hip mobility. We talk about that all the time. But I wish I had that, like, or core strength when I was younger, or how to like nourish my body. That knowledge, I would just say, find people that are like credible that you can work with, or programs that are credible you can work with to help implement your dancing, because it's only going to give you a longer career. And I felt like I hit my prime oddly like mid to later like 20s.
Yeah.
But I felt like I was never in better shape, never stronger. And I think that that's so funny because I was 18 in New York dancing 7 days a week.
Right.
Never felt at home in my body until later on when I started cross training.
Yeah.
So figure it out.
I love that.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. It's like as soon as I started incorporating it, I felt completely different in my body. And I'm still finding like exactly the balance that works for me. But PVOLVE, I know specifically when I started doing it, it was one of the only workouts I felt like every time I went in, I felt better when I left. You know, it's not one of those you leave and you're shaking for days or you're just feel so depleted. It's almost more energizing because you're using the body in the way it's supposed to be used and you're just opening it up more and you're more capable afterwards.
Yeah. And I think it just, again, gives you another avenue to explore. If you can like have something that fulfills you outside of dance movement wise that you enjoy, I think just opens up different avenues of like potential for, teaching or just outside enjoyment.
Yeah.
Like dance. And I just think you'll meet great people in like-minded community.
Totally.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Train. Right?
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
It's actually necessary.
Yeah.
I wonder if PVOLVE would go to like Marymount, Manhattan.
Oh, I haven't been back.
You know,
Graduated.
like
Yeah.
like college
programs.
Yeah. I say that all the time. I was like, it would be so
Wow,
wild.
because I also wish that I had that younger.
Yeah. It's so funny. I have like dance teachers now that I like grew up training me that do it now that are teaching at university. I have like some of my younger students when I was teaching dance now that they do PVOLVE. So it is like I do think it's amazing, but
I think it's like meant for a dancer's body.
100%.
Yes.
Like just, and it has everything that I feel like dancers tap into, which is like truly your stability mobility, and strength, which I know we giggle. It really is this wonderful thing. No matter, dancer or not, but I just cross train, I feel like, and have people that can help you because I didn't have anyone to guide me.
Same.
I didn't know.
Yeah, no, and you don't know what you don't know. And I think once I found those tools, it actually helped me have a better relationship with my body.
Totally.
Because it's such a high pressure thing where you have to be so physical.
Yeah.
And then you also have to, you think you have to look a certain way when you do it. And then you're not told how to get to that look while still being strong to be able to hold the physical weight of everything.
All the pain you swallowed because you just thought you had to.
Right.
Dancing. And that was one of the things I think, no, it doesn't have to hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, I should be able to move my back a little bit after I dance.
Or like say I'm injured.
Yeah.
And not
Own it.
push through it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would love to know, kind of looking ahead, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where's Dani going?
Honestly, I have no idea.
That's right.
I think for me, my one truth always, I think no matter where my life takes me, if I'm still in fitness or movement, it's just connecting with community is so important to me. So some work I've done recently was volunteering at the Little Tokyo Service Center in LA, where I would teach senior citizens fitness.
Amazing.
I just want to connect and give back to people. So I don't know what that is. Rather, it's like performing with dance. I feel like then shifting into fitness and giving back with movement to people. I just feel like I want to help people.
Yeah.
In some capacity, because I feel like that's always just keeps me honest and fulfills me. And so I don't know what that is. I don't, I love movement and I think it's always going to be a part of my life. And I love PVOLVE and fitness and I love what I'm building towards now. But I just know, I'm not sure where that is, but I do know it's like with people and community that I'm helping.
Yeah.
You know your pillars and you know your why.
Yeah.
It's really all you have to know.
Yeah.
Right? Everything else will be taken care of.
Yeah. And I'm so grateful to move my body so much now. But one day I'd like to reclaim it a little bit more for myself versus
For sure.
so physical.
Understandably so.
That's
Yeah.
so fair.
And it is a lot. Like mentally, physically, it is such a draining career path.
It's
It
hard.
can be if you don't know how to find that balance.
As artists, you're just always on. And like your job is to give energy. And so it is important to find those times to retrieve it. But sometimes I just wonder what it's like when I'm not moving for my job down
Right.
eventually. I guess, that will happen at some point. I for sure naturally. But when I get to like reclaim movement is like today, because I think the hardest thing about being an artist or fitness is it's like, when do you want to move your body for you? Or like, when can you actually do the workouts that we talk about? Like, do them, but sometimes it feels laborious and it feels hard.
Yes.
Very honest. Like, I'm like, I have to go do this because I need to like take care of myself, but it's also like, I'm exhausted.
Yeah. I think sometimes that's why I gravitate so much towards group classes.
Totally.
I've never been someone that can easily just go to a gym and motivate myself because I like the mindless aspect of just tell me what to do. You know, I want to go into a class and shut my brain off and just listen to the instructor, and I'll focus like I'm taking a dance class. But I can't just go into a gym on my own and be like, I'm going to do this today. It's so hard.
No, it's true. And I'm like also competitive. So I think group fitness.
Yes.
Yeah, like, let's go.
Totally. Like,
I need a little extra motivation because if I am tired and, you know, in my feels, it's like, I'll snap out of it.
For sure.
I'm around people. So
Yeah, if I'm alone, if I'm in my feels alone at the gym, I'll just stare at myself in the mirror.
Totally.
listening to your sad music, you know, like,
Yeah, exactly. Well, also, okay, so for anyone out there who may be looking to get into fitness or into that realm, do you have any advice for future trainers?
Oh, I think find what makes you happy. And that sounds so woo-woo, but really, like, I think there's so many avenues. Yeah, I think there's so many avenues you can explore with movement. And I just think, again, like, especially with social media, there's so much at your disposal. So I think get into it, figure out your why.
Yeah.
You know? And it's okay if it's at first, it's like, because this goes nicely with my career to allow me to like have, you know, a job but I feel like, just figure out what makes you happy. And there's so many different modalities. So I feel like explore.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So fun.
This has literally been amazing.
Inspired.
It flew by.
I know.
Always feel inspired. Well, I would love for you to tell everyone where they can find you, where they can keep up with you. Maybe if they're in LA, they can come take your class.
Yes. I'm at PVOLVE West Hollywood every Tuesday, 6, 7, and 8:15 a.m. And then you can just find me online. I'm only on Instagram. It's the only social media platform. It's great.
Keep it easy.
Yeah. That's at Dani_B Coleman. So come say what's up.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Lovely.
Wanting to have on.
Both. I love you.
I know.
So much.
It's so good to see you. We need to all hang out outside of a podcast.
Right.
I'll do the gin part of this.
Yeah, exactly. We did the chat. Now we have to go do the gym.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love that.
Oh, we love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Love you
Let's
guys.
do a little cheers. Cheers. Thanks for joining us today. We hope you had a great chat. Lo and Nat can't wait to have you back.